Number 15, there are several challenges in this piece. At the beginning, the right hand has triplets, so we were introduced to those in number 14. And then near the end, the left hand has triplets. That's starting in measure 17. And something odd happens in measure 22, which is that while the left hand is playing the triplets, the right hand has an eighth note, which technically is not a triplet. So I'm going to play measure 22 at a slow speed so you can see how the notes line up together. So measure 22. So that's, if I take it literally, that's what's written, because the left hand is playing triplets and the right hand, that eighth note is a normal eighth note. So that's probably the most correct way to play this. Make sure that it doesn't interrupt the flow of the left hand notes. They have to continue on like that regardless of what the right hand's doing here. There's also something that we call assimilation, and in certain kinds of music we would make the notes come together even if they're not written to do that. And you could definitely make a case for doing that in this piece. But I would encourage you to practice it as written in the beginning. So it depends on the style of the piece that you're playing, like which one of those you would do. So several other interesting things in this piece. At the beginning, the right hand's playing these triplets. But some of the notes of the triplet are making a melody and others are making kind of like an accompaniment figure. So we want to hear did you hear? It's like a melody, the notes that are happening on the beat. And then the notes in between the beat should be kind of quiet. So that will take a little bit of practice to be able to do that. So think about emphasizing the first note of each triplet, and it's also helpful to lengthen it a little bit. So I'm actually overlapping this note with the other two slightly. Okay, that's one way that you could play this. I want to look at one other thing. Let's go to measure 10. You can see I'm playing the A minor chord in all the different inversions. So whenever my thumb plays, it helps you to throw the hand to the next inversion of the chord. That's Beethoven's description of this technique. From one of his notebooks, he refers to it as throwing the hand. You throw the hand to here, and then in this particular case, we do actually want to hear those accents. Okay. So if you didn't want to hear the accent, then you could do that and just stay very close to the keys and not get an accent on it, of course. So in some pieces we do that. Same kind of technique, except playing kind of more delicately in Schubert. So let's try this one through. Allegro moderato, a little bit slower than a regular allegro. So he's warning you not to play it too fast. Possibly because of the left hand at the ending, measure 17, that's a little bit challenging for the left hand to play that fast and lightly, so you don't want to choose a very fast tempo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to point out just one quick thing that I forgot to mention. I'm looking at measure 6. Be really careful about the rests there. Rest, rest, rest. You definitely don't want to hold the thumb and the right hand through those rests, because this note doesn't blend with the next chord. Okay. The other thing that's tricky there, the thumb is playing on the beat, sorry, it's playing off the beat. You have to be careful not to accent that. Okay, so remember that in a triplet, the first note of the beat is where the accent is. The accent is here. It's not here or there. It's here. It's not here or there. And then here, you have a rest on the beat. So there's no accent on this or that. You can accent this one a little. Okay, something to watch out for.